Good morning, everybody, and welcome into day one of our 5-part mini-series for Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. My name is Abs, and you may recognize me as the host for Good Morning Crypto at the 3T Warrior Academy channel. Well, I am also the Senior Engagement Officer for Merlin, and today it's a very exciting day, not just for our company, but for the entire community, because we're going to be bringing you insight into what we've been building behind the scenes for nearly 2 years. And where I'd like to start is with an interview with the founder of this application and the man who's been making it happen behind the scenes for well over a year now, Mr. Johnny Crypto. Johnny Crypto, thank you so much for being here. I know you're excited for today, but first, how you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling great, Abs, and thanks for having me today. I can't wait to put Merlin back in the hands of the people. I'm really, really excited about it.
So maybe you can elaborate a little bit. How did you get started? What gave you the ambition to launch a product as great as Merlin?
Well, Abs, I'll tell you what, for anybody who's new or gets into crypto, the first thing you learn right away is it's very, very difficult to know what your portfolio is doing between buying it on multiple exchanges and different coins here and other coins there and wallets. And you're like, what the heck's going on? And when the markets are moving up and down, I had no clue. The exchanges do a really bad job of telling you what your account gains and losses are. So you really don't know what's going on. And being an engineer, I said, you know what? No problem. I'll just create a spreadsheet to take care of that. So I developed this spreadsheet and I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. And by the time it was done, Abs, I had about 400 to 500 lines in my spreadsheet. And I'm adding in the transactions and I'm adding in the coins and trying to figure out my average price and all this. And then I got the monster spreadsheet. And I realized it changes every day because you have to update your coins. It became a very, very manual process. At that point, I had kind of joined the 3T Academy. I had been in it for a while, and Coach asked me to join the team. And when I joined the team, we started talking about the importance of an exit strategy, because in the market, especially this market, as you know, and anybody who's in a bull run knows that these prices go all the way up and then they come down really fast. And if you don't have an exit plan, you're going to watch it go up and you're going to watch your account go down, and you're just going to give it all back and you're not going to walk away with any profits. So at the academy, we said, we need to solve for this. And we built a spreadsheet, which was great. Coach asked me to take it over because he knew I was working on a spreadsheet and somebody else had kind of started developing one there too. I built in an exit plan or an exit target piece into the spreadsheet, and it was pretty cool. So, Coach had it. He'd print it out. He carried a piece of paper with him. And, but you needed to know what the markets are actually doing. And if you don't know what the markets are doing, that makes it very tricky, because you have no idea if your targets are reached. So we tried to automate it in the spreadsheet. And then we just came to the realization, you know what? This is impossible. I can't automate it. We need an app. We need an app to put the power back in the hands of the people so they can go ahead. 4 key things we were trying to solve for is A, be able to keep all your coins in one place and be able to see where they are. B, be able to see your gains and losses, because it's very, very hard to know what your portfolio is doing. 3, we want to be able to allow people to create an exit strategy. And 4, the most important, we want people to be able to sleep better at night. How do you do that? Well, when you know Merlin is protecting you and it's going to send you an alert when your target is reached, you no longer need to have to check your phone every single day. Guess how many times per day people were checking their phone during the bull run?
20
to 30 times a day. People were checking their phones. Think of how many times it is that you're grabbing this thing. If you're spending all your time looking at your screen, you ain't doing what you want to be doing. And That's what Merlin solves. We've now put the power back in your hands. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, am I going to miss a target, or what's my account doing? No. You sleep good at night. Merlin is going to send you an alert. We're going to send you an early alert because we know how quick these things go up and go down. You're going to know because we say, hey, we're getting close to your price target. And then when your target's hit, we're going to send you a second alert and say, your target's hit, go sell. And eventually, someday, we'll build it into the app where we can sell for you in our future roadmap. I just gave away a little secret, but I'll save the rest for later.
So Johnny, there's a lot of exciting features that we're going to be covering throughout this mini series, from adding your exchanges, adding your tokens, creating an exit strategy, also the ability to communicate with the Merlin team. I think that's a huge advantage as well. But maybe you can elaborate. You said putting the power back in the hands of the people. What does that mean to Merlin as a company?
Well, Abs, one of the things we did when I got into this space, the first thing I did was I went and I used a tracker out there. But I started seeking trackers and started using them. And when I used one, It was so cool because it was working pretty good in the beginning. I was, oh, this is great. I can see what my whole portfolio is doing. And then one day I wake up and it's just $1.7 million. And I'm like, holy crap. Ian, listen, we were in the bull run, so it's believable. And I'm like, for about 30 seconds, I'm like, holy cow, I'm finally a millionaire, you know? And then I realized pretty quickly this stupid freaking app was reporting the wrong coin. And it made me think my tracker was, you know, that was worth 1 million. Turns out it was nowhere near that. Not at all. Not even 5 figures practically. But I said, okay, let me go and fix it. I tried to do all these things and I couldn't do nothing. So pretty much every day I pick up my app now, and it still to this day thinks my accounts are about 1.3 million because we're down right now. So that's what I mean by putting the power back in the hands of the people. We've designed Merlin. So when problems like that occur, because it will, every tracker isn't perfect. And the data we get from the exchanges isn't perfect. We learned that in developing Merlin. And so what we learned was you have to have a way to have a tracker that's kind of a smart tracker to be able to say, oh, okay, it's a problem. Let's give the user an ability to modify and improve the coin so we can get it right, so your tracker can be beneficial. And that's what we've done, Abs. We not only have we done that, but we've also created a tool that allows you to get an exit strategy, get alerts, see what your potential tax liabilities will be during your gains, all these kinds of things. Yeah, we've done all that stuff. And I know over the next several episodes, we're going to be showing you all these features and how to use them. So we're super excited, Abs, to be able to put the power back in the hands of the people.
So for everyone tuning in on day one, be sure to come back tomorrow, because every day for this 5-part mini-series, we're going to be covering a unique feature of this application. And Johnny, for this episode, I think we should start with the web page and what you've designed so far. We got to give a teaser for our listeners right now. We're not going to take you directly into the application, but tomorrow, that is day one within the application. So stay tuned and be sure to return for tomorrow's episode. But Johnny, the smartest way to track your crypto, elaborate on that. I know that's our catchphrase.
Yeah. So, you know, at the end of the day, when we were able to think of all the tools and features and benefits we built into this thing, and to be able, you know, it does so much behind the scenes. Abs, there's over 37,000 lines of code to make this thing work.
Wow.
And so there's a reason why we call it the smartest way to track your crypto, because it does a ton of stuff behind the scenes so that the user gets a really good, elegant experience. They'll be able to view all their coins in one simple dashboard. Make it simple. We're going to be able to show them their gains, their losses. They're going to be able to sort on these kinds of things to know exactly what's happening. We have, like I said, tools to be able to create an exit strategy for every coin that you want, to get those alerts. Lastly, we wanted to make sure it was safe. We know that everybody's worried about safety. And so the great thing about Merlin, Abs, is guess what? We don't own your keys and we don't own your coins. It is as safe as possible. Your coins are never at risk when they're at Merlin. Merlin is like a TV screen. We just show you what you have on all your exchanges or wallets all in one place. But we don't have any access to your keys or coins. And that's what I love about Merlin. We give you the power to be able to see everything so you can make great decisions without putting any of your assets at risk.
So to be very clear here, Johnny, you're saying there is no additional risk when connecting Merlin to your exchanges, correct?
That's correct, Abs. We don't have any access. We have a third party that actually grabs that data for us through an API key or through your login that you create. But again, through those keys, those API keys, we still have zero access to be able to buy, sell, or move or withdraw anything. We don't have that ability at all in Merlin. We just basically show you what's going on, and we tell you based on when you set your alerts when it's time to sell.
And Johnny Crypto, one of the most exciting parts of this application is going to be the incorporation of an exit strategy into mainstream applications like Merlin. So talking about an exit strategy in particular, for somebody who doesn't understand what it is, why don't you break it down very simply and why it's going to change the game for retail investors when they're using your application?
That's a wonderful question, Abs. One of the biggest problems everybody has in this space, and it's just human psychology, and we all succumb to it, is when you see your price going up, you never believe mentally that it isn't going to continue going up. I see you smiling, so you've obviously experienced that.
I've been through the rodeo, that's for sure.
And so when it's going up, okay, what happens is you may sell, you may decide to sell a little bit at a certain point in time. And guess what happens when you sell? The price keeps going up. You're like, damn it, I shouldn't have sold. When you live in that phrase, you then become accustomed to, oh my God, I don't want to sell because I might miss on it going higher. That is mistake number one. Now is you're making decisions based on emotions, and you're going to lose this game. Merlin does the emotion out of the game because it forces you to mentally set up an exit strategy when you're not in an emotional state. If you're creating your exit strategy now, today, in a bear market, or you're not all run up on hype and euphoria. So your mind is straight, you're in a good mindset, and you can create an exit strategy. And now you set it and forget it. Now, when that exit strategy comes back and tells you it's time to sell, this is where you have to be disciplined. You have to then go and hit the sell button. You have to read that alert. Here, I already can tell you what's going to happen to people because it happened to me in Cardano. You're going to get that alert, and it's going to tell you your first target's hit, and you're like, oh my God, the market's pumping. And then you're going to put your order in, and you may or may not sell. I remember when I got my first alert Cardano, I put it in the keyboard, I put it in, and I couldn't hit the sell button. I couldn't do it. My mind wouldn't let me hit the button. And then I'll never forget words coach said to me. He says, he had the same problem. And he said, you know what? I made an exit strategy and I'm going to stick to it. And he forced himself to sell. And those words resonated in my mind. I said, you know what? I made an exit strategy for a reason. I'm going to hit the damn sell button. And I hit the sell button. And I was so proud of myself, like a little kid. I texted all you guys, like, I sold my Cardano, because it was so hard to overcome my mental block of not wanting to sell because I kept thinking it was going to go up. And guess what happened? Cardano did go up a little bit more. And I had like seller's remorse. I was like, damn it, why did I sell? 3 months later, Cardano, near all-time highs, came sliding down on the back. I sold that thing at $2.45. So ask me today if I got seller's remorse. No, man, I am so happy I stuck to my exit plan. Now, today I feel great about it. Back then I didn't, because that's just how the market works. The curves, they go up and they go down, and you're not going to hit all your sell targets, right? But if you hit a couple and you put those profits in the bank, well, guess what? Now I could take those Cardano profits that I sold in the twos, and I could go buy them at 25 cents and 10x my return if I want to, or 10x my portfolio, right? Load up on it. So that is why Merlin is going to change the game, and why we're super excited, and why I say we're putting the power back in the hands of the people to give them a chance to win at this emotional roller coaster game.
And I think this is a great time to just address the elephant in the room, Johnny. All of your crypto portfolios being tracked in a singular location is something super unique for this market. And a lot of the things that you've addressed, the everyday consumer would say, what do you mean? These coin trackers aren't accurate. That's their only job in this market. But believe it or not, today, guys, most of the applications that exist aren't providing as accurate data as you may estimate. And I think that's going to be a really unique feature for Merlin as well.
That is why I feel so confident Merlin is going to change the game. Abs, it's so true. Everybody gets into a tracker expecting it to be perfect. But here's the thing you're going to learn. There's an old saying in the engineering world. We say crap in equals crap out. And so a lot of these exchanges, their APIs provide you crap in. And a lot of these apps may or may do things to fix the crap, so the crap in looks like a nice non-crap on the way out. And we polish it, right? We clean it up so that data, when it comes out on your end, looks good. And if we can't clean it up, because sometimes we're just at the mercy of the crap in, we give you the tools so you can clean it up. You can fix the errors. You can fix your cost basis if it looks wrong. You can change the price of a coin if it looks wrong. You can edit a coin. You can add a transaction, remove a transaction. You can do all these things. We've done so much in Merlin that I can't wait for people to start playing with it, Abs. And I'm so glad you're doing this 5-day, 5 episode series, because there's so many tools in Merlin that people are going to need to be able to, and we've created tutorials so people can learn it. But I'm really, really excited to see this 5 episode series where people can actually see you being able to use all the tools and how they can really, really make their tracker the most accurate and smartest tracker in the world.
Thank you so much, Johnny. And with that being said, guys, we are going to walk you through the entire process of how to sign up for our application and get your 30-day free trial. So stick around, and we're going to walk through that right now, the smartest way to track your crypto. Now that you know a little bit more about the smartest way to track your crypto, we're going to walk you through the very simple process of signing up for your 30-day free trial. And we're going to get started on the Merlin homepage. First, go to www.merlincrypto.com, and you're going to see the Get Started tab located in the center of your screen. Very simple, one click, one stop shop for all, as they say. And now you're just going to put in your email. It's a pretty easy process here. And that's exactly what we are doing live. So after you type in your email, it's going to take you to a page showing a confirmation. We're going to head over to our Gmail account and find that email live. As you can tell, within seconds, Merlin is going to send that from our application to your email address. Very simple. You're going to click on this tab, one-stop shop, click this link, and now you've been confirmed. So now that we've been taken back to the Merlin application, first thing you're going to do is add a phone number, and that's what I'm doing live.
Remember, you have to be a U.S. or Canadian citizen. Otherwise, you will not receive a text code verification. This Merlin right now is only for U.S. and Canadian residents.
Very important to know. And lucky for me, I was born in the USA, Johnny Crypto. Next page is pretty simple. You're going to start off with your first name, your last name, and then just creating a password for your Merlin account. I've already taken the courtesy of filling out a couple of these, so we're just going to make a few brief edits. And just like that, we are now picking our plan. So there's two price options when you're signing up for Merlin. Right now, this is the first phase of the application, so they both offer you the same package, but one is monthly and one is annual. The monthly price is $18.88, but if you check out the annual discount, you get about 10% off, taking it down to $16.88. Johnny, maybe you can elaborate on what this package offers.
Yeah, so Abs, basically, as you said, we only have the one tier right now, and this package offers everything you see listed here. You'd be able to connect 30 different exchanges or wallets. We have unlimited transactions that come in. We have the portfolio overview, so you can see your total portfolio, your gains, your losses, your daily gain and loss, which is more important. Continuous cost base is so important. We continually update whatever your average cost price is, even as you add new coins. It's very, very critical to make sure you've got your average cost price. So those are really all the main things. We also have some cool tools here to be able to edit your coins manually. And don't forget the most important part of Merlin, the exit plan tool and a basic tax estimator. So we're super excited to offer all of that for just $18.88 a month. Or if you buy the annual plan, you get a discount. So that works out to an average price of $16.88 a month.
Well, I'm not going to be removing this app anytime soon, so I'm going with the annual policy for our users, Johnny Crypto, and that's what we're going to sign up for next. After clicking and selecting the annual policy, you're going to begin to put in your credit card information. Guys, now that we've got our credit card information added, you're going to scroll down slightly and see the Confirm Your Account button located in the bottom right of your screen. This is pretty cool. It breaks down you're going to be billed annually, what your price is, and when that bill will be paid. But we're going to keep this simple. Click the button, accept the terms, and then go on to the next page. Now that we've completed our sign-up process, you're going to find yourself on the Merlin Assets page. And obviously, we don't have any assets uploaded yet, but if you follow our next video, we're going to walk you through that entire process. It's also important to know that if you look in the bottom right, you're going to see this selected blue bubble right here. You can click on the Help tab and go through and watch our how-to videos. One of the most important videos is how to get started in 3 easy steps. This is a video every single Merlin user should watch, and you are going to find it under the how-to videos in the help section of our application. With that being said, thank you for your interest in Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. We'll see you in the next one.